Hey guys, Mono here. Season 1 is finally out for World War 3 and it brings with it 2 new maps, 2 new weapons, and 3 new strikes. It also adds a battle pass which you need to plow through to unlock all of this, except for the new maps, but the good news I guess is that all of these are included in the free version of the battle pass, which will be available for the next 81 days. This update also includes a massive list of balancing changes and improvements to gameplay and the UI, the main ones being the addition of point shooting, which is like a half step between hip firing and ADSing, better collisions, nerfs to the shotgun, and more. I will include a link to the patch notes down in the comments section, so check that out because I think there are more important issues to talk about than just reading through the patch notes. I've been a big advocate of this game because I think it's super fun, but this update is both an improvement and a disappointment. There are some really positive things to say about it, but I also have a lot of issues with the update itself, with the battle pass and how they are handling the unlocks. So first of all, let's talk about the new maps and the new weapons. I enjoyed both maps quite a bit. I think they are really good, both in terms of how good they look and how well they play. The new tactical ops map called DMZ is set in the border between South Korea and North Korea, and it is surprisingly accurate to real life. You can check out pictures of it and see the same buildings, the same tents, the same forest that surround them in real life, very accurately portrayed in the game. There is good use of debris, destroyed vehicles, sandbags, and whatnot to create cover in some of the more open areas of the map that work well enough to be able to get around the map without being completely exposed. I think overall it works really well. Vehicles can have a rough time since there's not a whole lot of proper streets to drive around in, and if you try to make your way across the forest, the trees, the rocks, the different dips and cracks in the terrain are an absolute nightmare to traverse. I think there are some fantastic areas for the infantry to fight around in. The main building specifically, which is located at the center of the map, has some really cool dynamics that provide very tense firefights. There's 2 floors flanked by 2 wings on each side with staircases on all of these, so there's a lot of flanking opportunities, but also enough cover and rooms to be able to hold and control a specific area and keep your guys spawning there, so it's really good. It really has been a lot of fun to play around in. I think the thermal sights work exceptionally well in this map due to the open areas and the forest, and there's some really cool sniping spots to dominate the battle from, though they are quite obvious, meaning you can easily attract the attention of vehicles or other snipers, so it's not like a sniper nightmare map, you know? I didn't spend much time with Gobi Temple, which is the TDM map, though the little time I did play, it seemed like a nice map that seems more specifically designed for that game mode, rather than taking an existing area from one of the tactical ops maps and then repurposing for TDM, which is what the other maps feel like. The new assault rifle works exceptionally well in this game mode as it has a high fire rate, and though it has pretty high recoil, it can quickly take down multiple enemies with a single magazine. It is a really good close to medium range weapon, though it does struggle a bit at range. There was also supposed to be a limited time mode called TDM Domination, but as of now it's still not in the game. I guess that will be coming soon. And here is where things go a little sour. I haven't been able to try out the other assault rifle, nor the new tank, nor the new armored fighting vehicle, or the new drone, because all of them are unlocked through the battle pass. I bought the premium battle pass, which sets me up 10 levels ahead, and after 3 hours of playing with a double XP booster active, I am now a bit past level 13. That would seem to mean it takes about 2 hours to gain a level in the battle pass, and there being 51 levels, you would have to play the game around 100 hours or so in the next couple of months. I can't really know this because the UI doesn't show you how much XP you actually need to complete a level, which honestly is unbelievable. But that's not all. I asked what happens to the stuff that you didn't get to unlock once the season is over, and was told that they are still discussing this internally. And that just sets off a couple of alarms in my head. If they don't know whether players will be able to unlock the new strikes and new weapons after season 1 is over, how can you properly balance them? if you can only unlock them by completing the free stages of the Battle Pass, they should ideally balance the pass so most players are able to unlock them in the coming months, right? But if you're going to give them a way to unlock them once the Battle Pass is over, then that would mean that you can make the Battle Pass a bit more grindy without much of a downside, since you're not actually going to be, you know, stripping away content from other players that maybe don't have enough time to play the game right now. So if they don't actually know what they're going to do with all of this, then there's no way for them to properly set the speed that you need to complete the Battle Pass. I find this to be completely unacceptable. If there's no way to unlock anything past Season 1, then that makes the paid Battle Pass, which has access to XP boosters, a lot more valuable and a lot more attractive. They should not have released this season without a clear plan on how they will handle these things. Some people will say this is intentionally malicious, because if you don't know if you're gonna get the stuff later, then you might be more prone to buy the Battle Pass and make sure that you have the XP boosters and whatnot to be able to complete it. But I would argue that it's probably more due to inexperience and incompetence in these matters. More evidence of this incompetence would be the fact that at the end of the round, you get a progress bar showing your progress through the Battle Pass. Not only does it not show any numbers to help you understand what's going on and how much you need to grind, but in my case at least, it doesn't even match the actual progress that I see on the Battle Pass. It's actually a level behind, so it's kind of broken. So while I'm enjoying the new maps and the gameplay and the UI are more refined than ever, it is still rough around the edges, and with every change, every addition, it feels like it's 2 steps forwards, 1 step back, and maybe 1 step sideways. Server issues are still not resolved, so sometimes you get good ping, sometimes you get bad ping. Since I live in South America and mostly get US or EU servers, I either get barely playable ping or decent but not amazing ping. Most of the times it's pretty bad. Not unplayable, but pretty bad. I think at the end of the day, this was rushed out the door. The game desperately needed new content, and that content is actually good, but it's sad to see it continue to build a reputation of everything being an issue. The update was supposed to go live at 11 AM where I live. It was finally released 5 hours later. It's not a good look, and it's sad to see this trend continue. This is a great game, and I greatly enjoy playing it. I've said this multiple times, but this is the best modern Battlefield game out right now, at least that's what I think. But it's going to get harder and harder for World War III to attract people if it keeps floundering on basic execution. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Remember to give it a like if you enjoyed it. It really does help a lot. Let me know your thoughts about this new update down in the comments section. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.